Before starting to prototype, I usually go through a user experience process that I kind of perfected over the past 10 years, working with big companies and working with small startups. And if you want to learn more about that course, and if you want to take it, I'm including a link with this course in the files, and I'm going to send you an email with a link to that course as well, so you can also go through it. But simply, I start creating a system map of what are the main components of my app and what attributes do they have. And based on that, I start creating a list of screens and creating a flow diagram for how the user moves between these different screens based on the actions they take. And these actions are based on user stories that I write in the beginning. And then finally, for each screen, I start outlining the attributes for each UI component, what each screen needs to have in order to fulfill its purpose, and how people navigate from that screen to another. So I would outline each screen with the tasks that need to be done there. And at a high level, you can think about the design process of defining what the user will do, and then defining how the screen will be designed to allow the user to do that. So it's a two-step process. The what is the beginning, and then the how is the second part. And then finally, I start sketching a lot of high-level screens with a thick marker, and then adding more detail. And you can see like my screens. This is my thinking process. Again, like this course includes like a real deep view into how I think about creating design from end to end, and it's going to be very useful for you to kind of get a deep look into my mind about how I prototyped and designed over 15 products probably over the past 3 years, 4 years. And finally, I start adding more detail into my sketches so that when I do them as prototypes, there is very little thinking left to do about what exactly needs to go there. I basically start refining the detail and putting more work into the how they're going to look and how they're going to interact with each other. So directly into creating a prototype, you think with a pen and paper, or in my case, I think with a Microsoft Surface tablet because I like the features on it, but anything will do. Pen and paper, whiteboard, tablet, whatever helps you. Start thinking on paper first. Start like thinking through the process before you go into Keynote. You don't think in Keynote, you execute your thinking in Keynote.